Ever walked into a room and felt an unexpected chill? Or maybe you've heard tales of places where the past refuses to rest. Hold on to that spine-tingling feeling, because today we're venturing into realms where echoes of history, tales of tragedy, and perhaps a few lingering spirits await us. From haunted forests to cursed fortresses, we're counting down the top 10 haunted places you can actually visit. Curious about the stories these locations hold? Well, brace yourself. You're about to embark on a journey where every corner has a tale, and every tale might just be watching you. Number 1. The Tower of London, England. At over 1,000 years old, the Tower of London has an illustrious history filled with tales of treachery, betrayal, and beheadings. But did you know it's also one of Britain's most haunted spots? Many report seeing the ghostly figure of Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated second wife of Henry VIII, wandering around, seemingly headless. Rumor has it that if you're there at just the right time, you might hear phantom footsteps and whispers echoing from its ancient walls. Centuries of turbulent history might just leave an impression, wouldn't they? But don't worry, despite its haunted reputation, the tower welcomes millions of tourists every year. So pack your bravest self and dive into a mix of history and mystery. Number 2. The Queen Mary, California, USA. The Queen Mary, once an ocean liner, now a floating hotel in Long Beach, California, is believed to host over 150 spirits aboard. From ghostly sailors to children, the ship's paranormal activity is legendary. Fun fact, or maybe fright fact, the ship's engine room, which is door 13, crushed at least 2 men to death at different times during its history. Some visitors claim they felt an unseen force pushing them while near this door. If you're in for a spooky maritime adventure, the luxurious ship will serve you both the chills and thrills. But remember to keep a lookout for the lady in white dancing her eternal waltz. Number 3. The Catacombs of Paris, France. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lie the eerie catacombs, home to the remains of more than 6 million people. This underground ossuary became the final resting place for countless souls when Parisian cemeteries became too crowded. Now imagine wandering through narrow, dimly lit tunnels surrounded by walls lined with skulls and bones. Some visitors have recounted hearing hushed voices, while others swear they've been touched by unseen hands. Visiting this spooky labyrinth isn't for the faint of heart, but for those looking for an experience unlike any other, the catacombs await. And who knows, you might make a few bony friends along the way. Number 4. The Ancient Ram Inn, England. Dating back to 1145, this quaint English inn might just be one of the most haunted houses in the UK. From claims of witchcraft to an evil spirit named Incubus, its history is as varied as it is chilling. Guests often recount their eerie experiences, from being pulled out of their beds to seeing full apparitions. With such frequent spectral occurrences, you'd think the ghosts are just eager to provide that authentic haunted B&B experience. For those brave souls who wish to spend the night, remember, it's all part of the experience. Just don't be too alarmed if your midnight snack gets interrupted by a spectral visitor. Number 5. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Known as the Sea of Trees, Aokigahara Forest at the base of Mount Fuji carries a dark reputation. While its natural beauty is undeniable, it's also a place many have chosen to end their lives. Mysterious compass failures, dolls hanging from trees, and chilling legends make this a hot spot for supernatural enthusiasts. But remember, while the forest's beauty beckons, the stories within are both tragic and haunting. If you do decide to visit, it's recommended to stay on the official paths. Not just for safety, but you never know who or what might be lurking off the beaten track. Number 6. Bangalore Fort, India. Often dubbed as the most haunted place in India, the ruins of Bangalore Fort hold tales of a cursed city and doomed love. The legend speaks of a wizard who fell for a princess. When his advances were rebuffed, he cursed the entire city. Today, locals believe the curse still lingers, with many refusing to venture there after dark. Even the Archaeological Survey of India has a sign warning visitors about the nighttime dangers. If you're seeking a haunted adventure in India, this fort should be at the top of your list. Just make sure you're out by sunset, or you might become part of the legend. Number 7. Banff Springs Hotel, Canada. Nestled among the Rocky Mountains, this hotel might be breathtakingly beautiful, but it's got its fair share of ghostly tales. From a bride who died falling down a staircase to a bellman who still helps guests, the stories are as chilling as the Canadian winters. Laughingly, some guests have reported their luggage being mysteriously unpacked by unseen hands. Talk about 5-star spectral service! So if you're up for stunning views with a side of spooks, this Canadian gem is the place to be. Just don't be too startled if your bellman appears a tad transparent. Number 8. Poveglia Island, Italy. Located in the Venetian lagoon, Poveglia Island served as a quarantine station for those suffering from the plague. Later, it housed a mental hospital. With such a history, it's no wonder it's brimming with ghostly tales. Stories of tortured spirits, eerie sounds, and even possessions have often been associated with the island. Legend says that the spirits of thousands who died here still roam, seeking solace. Although officially off-limits to tourists, a few daring souls manage to visit. But a word of caution, it's said that those who go there can still hear the tormented screams of the past. Number 9. Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania, USA. One of the most famous and expensive prison in the world. Eastern State Penitentiary has seen its fair share of crime, corruption, and cruelty. And with such a history, the paranormal activity is unsurprisingly high. Ghostly figures, shadowy apparitions, and chilling laughter have all been reported within these crumbling walls. It's as if the inmates of the past aren't quite ready to leave. For a true haunting experience, visit during Halloween. The prison hosts an annual haunted house attraction. Real ghosts and added effects? Talk about a spine-tingling experience. Number 10. Château de Brissac, France. Towering with 7 stories, this is the tallest castle in the Loire Valley. But its beauty hides a tragic tale of love and betrayal. The Green Lady, the castle's most famous ghost, is said to wander the halls, her green dress rustling as she goes. Guests have reported seeing her, hearing her moans, and even witnessing her ghostly face. With hollow eyes and a gaping mouth, a testament to her tragic end. But don't let that deter you. The castle offers daily tours and even overnight stays. Just remember, if you hear rustling in the hallways, it might be more than just the wind. Well, adventurers, that wraps up our ghostly journey. Whether you're a thrill seeker or just a curious soul, remember, it's not just about the places, but the stories they tell. And who knows? Maybe next time, you'll have a few ghostly tales of your own to share. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and always respect the spirits. After all, they've been here longer than any of us. Safe travels!